Are you ready? The Cornelia Stephanie Show. Wake up to love, your call to action. Join Cornelia as she empowers others to live heaven on earth. Cornelia teaches listeners how to be the authority over yourself, embracing your inner guru. Feel yourself uplifted into limitless expansion, integrating ease and grace in a changing world. This show will cover topics such as unconditional love, your physical body, how to be in extraordinary relationships, create financial and emotional wealth, embracing entrepreneurship in the new earth. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Cornelia Stephanie Show, Stories of Hope. I'm with Morgan Patricio.
That's correct.
Patricio. Oh, I always love it when I can say people's names. So you're not from America, but
I am.
You are from America.
Yes.
But you're not living in America.
No, I'm currently living in Portugal. And Patricio is my married name. I married a Portuguese man. So.
Okay, so you're currently in Portugal. And so what time is it over there right now?
It is 6:30 at night.
Okay. So don't you just love technology, how that works out?
So great. It makes the world so small.
It really does. It really does that we can be with each other at this time. It's magical. So I'm excited. You're an American, you're living in Portugal, and we are here to have an amazing conversation with you today about how you help people and how you serve. You have a background in Western sciences and a degree in traditional Chinese medicine. And you're an integrative certified nutrition coach, and you're currently working as a fertility coach.
Yeah.
That's really cool. You're helping women get pregnant.
Yes.
Great. So that's what you're doing now. How did you get started in?
It is a long story, but it's a fun one. So we can start kind of like with the Western sciences. I guess I was always just knew I wanted to be in science. I wanted to be in medicine. I wanted to help. It was just kind of a calling of mine when I was younger. And so I just started pursuing that, going to school. And when I was 23, I got diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder, multiple sclerosis. And it was a really, really debilitating case. They actually considered me disabled. They said, probably won't work. Kids, most likely not. It wasn't progressive MS, but it was just a very severe onset. And that was terrifying. That was a big shock at 23 to take in all of that. And I get asked a lot, but I think it was beyond the stage of grief. It was more than disbelief. There was something inside of me that just was like, hey, that just doesn't feel right for me. And so I started pursuing other things, and I found an acupuncturist, and he practiced traditional Chinese medicine. And the way that changed my life was so incredible. I actually, regained my health over a certain amount of time and integrated a lot of things. And so that's where I got my degree into it. Went on to school and thought I would help that way, give back. But one thing I realized is that women who are having a hard time, or couples even, conceiving, I could figure out how to change the physiology in them the way that I changed in myself. So it was a really powerful bit.
So you are you healed from multiple sclerosis?
I am. Sclerosis. It's a hard one to say. I consider myself healed. My last neurologist has said she's willing to consider the case benign because after every imaging that we've done, there's less lesions. They're not active. They're smaller than they were, which is not typical behavior for MS. Typically those lesions stay. Maybe you get a new one, you have a relapse 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. But I really attribute that to more like lifestyle practices and mindset shifts and implementing meditation, various things that I've picked up over the years. Just being really conscientious of what am I thinking about? What are my thought processes? How am I reacting to life?
So
more than anything.
basically, do you now believe, now that you know how energy works, that the disease that was in the body before with multiple sclerosis,
that then once the pressure was relieved through acupuncture and then through your own inner self healing and your own care with your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, and everything that you're doing, would you say that that is actually you healed it at the root,
Mhm.
and now, because you're conscious and aware, you're not suppressing any emotions of so now there's a new DNA, a new template being played out. Would you say that that is true?
I would agree, and I think in that, along with, it was just such a wake-up call for me, right? Like, it was, put
Yeah.
in my path to listen to what I was really doing with my life and to what I was really thinking and how I was such a creator of my world. Without having such a radical call, I might have just dismissed it one way or another and just kind of, pursued down my path of medicine. But I don't have any fear that that pressure is going to come back because I really feel that DNA is different. Um,
Yeah, I
I
think,
feel those feelings. Mhm,
that's a really important piece. Like, I don't have any pressure, I don't have any fear that it's gonna come back. I
mhm.
think that's an important piece when we heal from a major illness like you did, and then you don't have the belief or even the feeling, even though, Western medicine tells you it could come back, it might come back or whatever, but that you're with your healing that you've done and with your ability now that you're like, no, I don't have that fear. So you're not being paralyzed by that fear. It's not waking you up in the middle of the night, and it's not stopping you from living your life full out.
No, it's not, and I have 2 young boys, and I can keep up with them, and um, it's really nice not having that kind of ghost back there, so to speak, because I really feel now if something creeps up in life and was a stressful situation or something, I'm really conscious about how I approach it in my thoughts, in my behavior, and things like that, that I know it just won't manifest the same.
Yeah, I think that is really what a gift.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you
it really
say
was.
what a
Oh,
huge gift?
yeah, looking back, it was a tremendous gift. At the time, it was really scary and terrible, but such a gift. And now I can help other women and couples, but mostly women, kind of put these pieces together for themselves.
So when people are contacting you, like how they're contacting you because they are recovering from an illness, they're in process, they've just gotten a diagnosis. How does that work?
Yeah, interesting. When I was in the States, I had my acupuncture clinic, and really everybody that came through the door was, I've tried everything else. Why not? And they really, it's not that they even had faith or belief that I could help them. They had been through everything, and maybe a cousin or a sister had suggested, "Hey, try this acupuncturist." And really, acupuncture is magic medicine, but really it's just the holistic approach that it gives. I would be in a treatment room with them for 45 minutes to an hour, as opposed to their Western doctor, maybe 15 minutes, right? And so we were looking at all of these aspects of their life, not just how it was manifesting in their body. And they really got to see great changes of that. So I was really got the tricky cases that nobody else had answers for. And you can
Good.
provide some
I
relief.
I
Yeah.
actually know of a woman that's trying to get pregnant. She came on the Stories of Hope, and
Yeah.
we actually have another call scheduled, I think, in like a month or so, because amazing, amazing guest. They're trying to get pregnant. I think what I'm going to do is put you in contact with her.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
I'm going to put you in contact because I think the two of you could help her, because I don't know, they're trying to get pregnant. They haven't been able
Yeah.
to. And maybe the conversation that you have with her is going to put her on the right track.
I would hope so. That would be really lovely. I find oftentimes with couples struggling with infertility, sometimes it's not just a physical thing, right? We have to figure out, where have we blocked this creative energy in our life? Where am I not allowing myself to express myself creatively, whether in my work, whether in my life, whether in my job? Because that energy is sort of the same as making a baby. So really looking at all aspects can be really
That's so good.
interesting.
I mean, back in the day when I really wanted to have children, because that was
Mhm.
always something that I wanted, and that would have been you would have been like the perfect person for me.
Aw.
So I think this is really important. what you're doing, the work that you're doing, because again, giving birth to the future leaders on this planet, what greater, what greater,
Yeah, that gives me chills. It's such an honor to be a part because like you said, when you really wanted to have children, it's that knowing inside of you, right? You just know you want children.
yeah, yeah.
And you have this whole design about how to move them forward as a future generation to make that work for somebody is really a gift to be able to help them in that process.
So what's your mission right now? Your mission is education. Are you, because you're coming here on the podcast, you're in Portugal. How can, like, do you work with people overseas, or how do
So
you?
right now, yeah, it kind of came up against that. I was hoping to have a practice here and I just kind of archaic. I've gone through every hoop, every class, every done the language, everything, and I just can't get a license to work here. So I thought, what am I going to do? So I took the certificate for coaching. And so I mishmash my knowledge into the guise of coaching for fertility coaching. So I'm doing everything via Zoom right now.
Oh,
Um, that was my way forward from a brick wall. I thought, I can't give up my trade. What am I going to do?
right.
It's my passion. It's not just because I work so hard. It's my passion. So I'm working with clients online now. So working with couples one on one. And right now, I really want to get a sense of what women want. I'm always about education, but I'm really playing around with some master classes idea, learning body basics. We don't really know the basics of our body when it comes to fertility and that journey. So I'm always putting out education and always welcoming clients. So right now I'm kind of trying a little bit of everything
Well,
to
and I
see.
think it's fabulous that you're doing that, because a lot of people, when like you can't practice there, and then it's like, what am I going to do? And then you all of a sudden became the solution. I am the solution. I have the resources. I am the resource. And look at what you're doing, and now you're doing this, and that's going to expand, and that's going to grow. Give us your social media handles where people can look you up.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm on Facebook, and I'm Lavender Wellness and Apothecary. Um,
But how do they say your name, because people are listening? They
it's Morgan Patricio, and on Instagram, my website is Lavender Wellness and Apothecary, and so my handle in Instagram is Lavender Wellness _ Apothecary. And I'm
Yeah.
always giving away free information. There's all sorts of downloadables. There's all sorts of takeaways and freebies. I love education. So
Yeah, that's what I figured you were doing,
yeah.
that you were educating. Actually, I want to talk to you again. I want to set up another appointment to have Ashley to set it up for us, where you and I can talk about you coming into and being featured in our world's leading influencer app that features the world's best practitioners from around the world, that is helping people in alternative medicine, but also coaching and life coaching and
Mhm.
everything wellness that has to do with the body, entrepreneurship and all of that. So I want to talk to you about that. But for
Be
the audience,
wonderful.
we want the audience to go download the app. So go to your app store, your Play Store, and download KS Media, MEDIA group, and download that app, create your free account, and you're going to download that free ebook. You're going to get a free ebook for signing up. And then we pose the universal question every single week to you in our community. We have a private journal that you can use to journal your answers, to go deeper within and look at what you want to create in your life in 2022, and really start now, because by the end of we're just beginning in 2022. Where are you going to be at the end of 2022 with what it is that you're creating? So we have a fantastic, beautiful app. We have an amazing community where people are sharing their podcasts, their tips, their articles on living well, living healthy. Why not live to be into our hundreds? Because back in the day, we used to. And if
Mhm.
we're living longer now, and if we're healing the diseases, the emotional traumas of our past, then there is no reason why we can't live longer and, do amazing things with our consciousness and our physicality. Don't you
Yeah.
think?
100% agree. And we're moving forward. We can live those longer years with quality now because we've healed those traumas and that past grief and whatever. We can really have quality years in front of us still.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Well, how old are your boys?
But 4 and 2. So they keep me busy.
Yeah, keeping you busy. 2 boys. Woo. Yeah,
Yes.
2 boys and a husband. Well, I'll make it 3 boys, 3 boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really. And the oldest is the most problem, right?
Well, thank you so much, Morgan. It was wonderful to have you on, and I know we're gonna see you again.
Thanks
And
so much for having me.
yeah, thank you so much for listening, everyone. We'll see you again. Take care. Bye-bye.